from Secrets, channel for learning about trading and investing. Welcome to daily stock market analysis for markets tomorrow, where we look at what happened in the market during the day and try to learn something from it and plan for a better trade for the next day. So we had another day, fifth day of the retracement that happened today. The momentum is at a support zone of RSI, and we have an election tomorrow and an expiry, weekly expiry. Let's look at the charts and see what can be find out. Right. First, weekly quick view of the weekly. Yes, we have broken out from the trend and resistance long back on both the indices, Banknifty as well. And let's get in the daily charts that we are more concerned on short term. So here you have the Nifty. You have a bearish wide range candle on the Nifty, and the Banknifty has got a spinning top, but not exactly on the top, but yeah, still in the region of top. So small body, so decisive, and VIX on both sides indicates the big fight between the bulls and the bears that happened. And today was an RBI policy, monetary policy event day, and then obviously that kind of movements in the bank index is obvious. Bollinger Band analysis shows that there is a beginning of a contraction that can be seen. You can see that the bands are slightly moving the sideways. Banknifty also has a sideways movement, so it's a bend in the bands that's happening, which indicates that there may be some consolidation sideways action that may happen, right? But contraction further is not skews contraction is not yet happened, and it is still above the moving average support with a bullish bias. So that's what Bollinger Bands indicates. Sideways movement for some time with bullish bias. Intraday was interesting. Intraday on the Nifty, it was a attempt to move up in the morning, which failed, and then falling down 0.5%, and then remaining range bound till the end of the day where it crashed below. Finally ending less than 0.5% of loss, 82 points lost. Banknifty actually tried to retrieve the same pattern, tried to move up, but fell in the selling pressure, and then the event was at 10 o'clock and fell, and then it was also a 0.5%, and then but half of that fall was recovered, but not beyond that selling pressure. So, but it did better than Nifty, so it closed flat actually, just 40 points all day. Right? It managed to recover half of the fall that had happened in the morning, and that's it. That's what we can info. Let's get into the numbers and see what else. So there is a change in priority bounce possibilities there. It's above the moving average. It's bullish biased. The moving average support is there. CIP support is there. Trend line that we have seen that support is there. So confluence of multiple supports, and momentum support is there. Momentum is at it is support. So that way also it looks fine. Let me just try to retrieve some something. Yes, so let's get into and see. Yeah, so momentum also is in the support, right? So support levels and resistance levels. So overall price action is 5 days of retracement. That's what price action indicates, but it's a confluence of support still, right? So it is an eventful day, but Nifty is not ready to crash down, because the thing is you have an event tomorrow also, major event of election outcome. So market volatility could be there, but we'll have to see whether that leads to a bigger fall, or is it going to just retrieve, take support from here, and then have a consolidated movement for some period of time until until things get settled. So the levels remain the same. 18,778 and 18,888 is support on the downside. 18,888 is an all-time high level. Downside 18,400 supports are there. 18,400 supports are there. So right now it is at that support zone of that. If that is breached, then you have more downside after the 440 also at 18,100 is a gap support, right? Banknifty 44,339 and then 43,515 is the all-time high. These are the support and these are the resistance on the upside, and 42,800 downside for a single low, and then 42,623 support also downside. So here also we are at a support zone. It bounces exactly from the trend line. You have support still 42,860, 42,620. It's Fibonacci 38 extension level, and then you have gap support at 41,600, right? So those are the levels. Nothing much happened today except up and down moves. Finally closing less than 4%, 0.4% no, only loss. So Bollinger Bands, we studied that earlier. Momentum is still in supports, still in the bullish zones on the RSI, but it's falling momentum in the bullish zones. Trend, in the DMI positive, trend indicator is DMI positive in the bullish zones, but with falling strength. VIX is kind of cool, close flat today after a small spike yesterday of 2%, and it's still at 40 range. Futures were by short build-up happened in both indices. Short build-up options, futures Y is negative, it's in the bearish zones. Options Y is showing a range for tomorrow's expiry at 18,600 where the highest put writing is seen. In 600 is well, just double check that once again. 18,600, so 18,700, 18,600 is where, so 18,600 is where the highest put writing, and 18,800 is where the very narrow range where the highest call writing is seen. Right, 43,000 is where the highest put writing is seen. That's projecting as the highest. So that seems to be what we have to see. Whether the 14,300 was same today also, not go below that. Although 18,600 was breached today, but 3,000 was not breached in the Banknifty. So tomorrow's expiry December 8, 2022 weekly expiry. So the put call ratio is bearish, more towards bearishness. 0.70 Banknifty is slightly bullish, but Nifty has gone to the 0.55. So it is 0.71 or something, right? In today's back it was 1.2 something. So put call ratio has gone towards the lower levels. We'll have to see whether so overall some bearishness has come in the open interest. Right? Retracement definitely some bearish price movements are there, but supports are good. Volatility and momentum and trend is also good. Although retracement is happening, that is still not breached. Sectoral industrial sector performance, if you see FMCG was closing 1% up. That's the only sector that performed. First, all the sectors have 0.66 to 1.2% of retracement. No, IT fell 8.8%, metal 0.8%, pharma 0.6%, realty more than 1%, and 0.8% auto. All of those fell. So all the sectors fell. And momentum perspective, FMCG and metal are the two sectors. That is only two sectors having the bullish momentum. Rest is all in the sideways momentum. Heavyweights also. Lions, Kodak, all of them fell. All these sectors, major heavyweights, all the major heavyweights fell. Right, with the Lions and Kodak falling more. Lions was, losing grip today. So 1.5% of down moves happened in both indices. Kodak, both the stocks, Lions and Kodak banks, number to that range. HDFC had fell 1%. So all other heavyweights were less than about 0.4% of downfall has happened. So across this, heavyweights downfall is what you see. And HDFC Bank is only heavyweight that's having a bullish momentum. It's all in the sideways momentum, right? So sectoral analysis heavyweights also shows impact to the 5 days of retracement that's happened. And interestingly, Fyers has been selling today, but DS and Bank little for nearly 400 crores, 1,200 crores of selling. So Fyers are turning to sellers the last 2-3 days now. So which is not very optimistic, right? So that is another thing. Crude has fallen, which is the only good thing that is happening. Less than 25. It's in the sideways momentum and 0.2% down today. Dollar index is spiking, was showing some cool off. It is red, but small spike has happened from yesterday. About 5.5 right now. Usually INR is falling, and that's only one that is not cooling off. 82.39 still in the bullish zone. So rupee not falling down. Dollar cooled off a little bit. Good retracement has happened. So crude also has fallen, which is good. Gold is still at the same place, consolidating, and some flat movement is seen, but basically it is trying to rest on a resistance. It is at resistance and sideways moment means what it has. SGX index showing flatness, US showing some red. Basically, US indices had fallen big yesterday. It is at the trend line top, and it is showing some reversal symptoms. Right. Check out my channel, my Twitter for deep detail analysis on this. This is Dow Jones, right? Basically, it has hit the channel top of an descending wedge, and it is reversing. This is S&P 500. This is a Nasdaq actually, big downfall. So looks like it is retrieving in downside movement. So whether that downside movement will stop at the support zone or breach and go down to the bottom of that and further below that is something I'm going to see. So all of them has gone to the sideways from the bullish one. Even the Dow Jones also is not performing, or it has slipped to the sideways. So this is a concern. If big movements are happening, the downside movement in the channel or the descending or the wedge, is going to be fast and furious. Then we may have implications in our market as well. Major events is that the election results are coming, so depending on that, some volatility can be expected on expiry day. Also, that time decay expiry play also would be there. Gamma moves can be, or can come in more violently if you don't want to take risk and if you're small time in trader, then please stay away. And there is higher risk as compared to other days where we have an election. Coins adding with a weekly man. So huge jobs is also coming tomorrow. So that volatility also can be expected. These are the events for the next day. To stock picks Hindustan Unilever long and Aarti Industries short. Aarti Industries, some chemical company I believe. Aarti Industries is picked up because it's falling down. It's bearish momentum and bearish trend, and it looks like it's in a trend line channel, and then it's in the middle of the channel, and there is very chance that can give short swing trades on the downside, right? And the long side you have Hindustan Unilever. HUL is FMC sector is performing good. It's an inverted hammer. It is blocked out and then slowly consolidating, and now the momentum has climbed back bullish. Also, every chance that a short swing trades towards the channel stop is possible. So position as well as short swing trades, both this could work. Momentum is just got into, as I said, with bullish zones, as I said, and trend is crossed over ADX indicator. You can see it is crossed over in the bullish zones, but not having enough strength as of now. But slow moving, but it could go off. Last 2-3 weeks has been great for the Sand Universe. It's following out, breakout of a inverted head and short pattern that we have seen. Having studied all that and put to some stock Excel, let's just summarize what happened today. It's the 5th day of consolidation, retracement. Right, sideways move is what we are seeing, but still Bollinger Bands are having a bullish bias. So remember we had earlier weeks which confirmed and reconfirmed the breakout from the trend. Now we'll have to see whether this confirmation by weekly candles are going to sustain or is going to follow the global cues and then not turning out to be resilient as we thought. Is that going to happen or not is what we have to watch out now. This market showing bearishness at the top of a trend line or a wedge, that's all trouble. You have to keep a close watch if that downfall is going to be big. Position fears are coming more. So that VIX is at a bottom level, so mean introverted nature of that could easily take it to 20 levels. So if it is spiking above that, stay out of the trade. And tomorrow is an expiry day. Time decay benefits are there when you're trading options, but especially when VIX is low. But there is even there is consolidating, and then gamma moves can be very terrific. And don't stay away if you are not a professional trader or an experienced trader, right? So level to watch is for tomorrow is definitely 18,600 to 18,500 to 18,800. It would be plain that. I mentioned here 400 as well, right? But 400 may not be likely. Only if the market crashes would it go to that level. 400 is a good support. This is not the expiry levels. This is the levels overall that you have to watch, to understand if it is going down or up, right? So elections volatility will be there. So, play safe or stay out until the event is over. Right, so yeah, 90,000 is going to be very tough to take out. It's not that easy. Market may retrace some more and then come back. Or even this is going to be positively taken, then it can break out immediately in 1 or 2 days as well. So all these things that happen. Only good thing is crude has cooled off, less than 75. Dollar also has cooled off a little bit, but rupee is still weak, right? So that's the situation of the global commodities in the global markets. Having Russian fears that is caught in, right? So we had some decent retracements, not big mega crash. Market is not ready to crash. It is making small down. Beautiful retracements if you see. And now the question is whether it's going to respect this trend line, or is it going to respect the support zones here, or how long is it going to take to clear the 19,000 all-time high levels, right? So that's it. My view would be mild bullish even now, just because of the fact that it's at a support zone. No, I could be go totally wrong if the event is turning out to be bad and market turns volatile and then crashes down. All these possibilities are there, or the other way also it can immediately break out. But I'm mild bullish as of now. Mild only, just because of that event. and just because it is retrieves and at a support zone, right? So your view could differ, right? Sometimes it's not very easy to derive into a clear market view on bullishness and bearishness, even when you have all the different parameters studied. So it could differ, but whatever is your view, stick to that and then play safe. Manage your risk, portion size well, so that you have capital, left, as long as you have hedged portions that is carried forward, right? So that's it. If you think it helped you in some way, this technical analysis and the market study has helped you in some way, then please subscribe if you haven't done so and share it with your friends. We have very few subscriptions. I appreciate your help in this regard. Thanks for watching. Happy trading, happy learning, happy investing.